Alright, quick hits first so you can grab the picks and go on with your life like a responsible adult who respects numbers. Pick 1. Houston Texans moneyline at plus 110 at the Los Angeles Chargers. Pick 2. Baltimore Ravens at Green Bay Packers under 40.5. Pick 3. Virginia Cavaliers plus 4 at minus 110 versus the Missouri Tigers. Now let's earn these, because blind confidence is just vibes in a trench coat. Houston at the Chargers first, and yes, we're taking the Texans to win outright. The market is basically saying Los Angeles is a little better, because home field, because streak, because vibes. Cute. But this matchup is an algebra problem, and the Chargers are trying to solve it with a crayon. Here's the actual problem. Justin Herbert has been pressured on 42.4% of his dropbacks this season. That's the highest pressure rate in the league. And now the Chargers are doing it without Slater and Alt, and with Salyer ruled out. That's not less than ideal. We are about to discover new forms of panic. When your tackle situation is held together by duct tape and optimism, you don't get to be a favorite against a defense that can win with 4 rushers. And if you want a visual, betting on the Chargers' protection plan here is like putting a racing stripe on a minivan and entering the Daytona 500. The stripe is adorable. The wall is still coming. Now, CBS Sports' Garrett Podell is calling for Chargers revenge, Chargers minus 1.5, and the over, basically arguing the run game will force Houston to chill out and let Herbert breathe. Respectfully, that's a bedtime story. This Texans defense held Herbert to a 4-interception disaster in the playoffs last year, and that was with a healthier line than what the Chargers are rolling out today. You don't establish the run your way out of a protection crisis. You shorten the game, and you pray. Also, this is why we like the money line. In a low total game around 39-40, the 1.5 or 2 points of spread equity is not the treasure people think it is. If we're right about the trenches, Houston isn't just hanging around. Houston is ending drives with sacks, field position, and ugly punts that feel like emotional damage. The Texans can win this game without being pretty on offense. They just need CJ Stroud to avoid the have a free interception moments against a Chargers defense that plays a ton of zone. And yes, Los Angeles lives in zone. And yes, that's the one thing that can make Stroud look human. But we don't need a masterpiece. We need 2 or 3 clean scoring drives while the defense turns Herbert's afternoon into a group project where nobody did their part. So we take Houston moneyline at plus 110. Because plus 110 implies this is basically a coin flip where we're getting paid like it isn't. 2 plus 2 is still 4, even if someone swears it's 5. Now Ravens at Packers under 40.5. This total has been sliding for a reason. Jordan Love is out, and Lamar Jackson is officially doubtful with a back contusion. That's not maybe a little limited. That's welcome to the backup bowl. Malik Willis and Tyler Huntley can be functional, but functional plus winter football usually equals fewer points, fewer explosive plays, and a lot more punting than anyone wants to admit out loud. And let's clear up the weather thing. It's cold, but it's not the Arctic myth people are selling. We're looking at mid-30s around kickoff, with the usual Lambeau dampness and some breeze risk. That's still enough to turn deep passing into a low percentage hobby. Here's the edge. The number we're playing, under 40.5, gives us a cushion above where some books have already dropped the market total. That's value you can actually feel in your bones. Even if you get a couple short fields, you can still land in that ugly 19-16 zone and cash. Now, Fox Sports is out here picking the over in this game, which is bold, in the same way it's bold to juggle knives when you could simply not. And Will Hill at Fox even wrote like Jordan Love was on track to return, which is an impressive take considering Love was ruled out. When the foundational facts are wobbling, the over is usually wobbling too. We don't need perfection. We need pace suppression. Backup quarterbacks, conservative play calls, heavier run rate, fewer total possessions. Unders don't have to be glamorous. They just have to be right. Alright, bowl game time. Virginia plus 4 versus Missouri. If you're the type who automatically lays points with an SEC logo in December, we love your enthusiasm and we also love fading it. Missouri's quarterback Beau Pribula is heading to the transfer portal and will miss the Gator Bowl. That's not a small adjustment. That's the steering wheel coming off on the highway. And Missouri has also been without kicker Blake Craig since early September due to a torn ACL, which matters a lot in a game lined around a touchdown-ish margin with a mid-40s total. Drives that end in, well, we guess we're going for it, are how favorites fail to cover. Meanwhile, Virginia is 10-3 and chasing the program's first 11-win season. Bowl season is a motivation casino, and Virginia is walking in with purpose instead of resignation. Missouri can absolutely win this game, but covering more than a field goal starts to look shaky when you combine a QB change with special teams limitations. And we need to talk about the public disagreement, because it's perfect. Action Network's Colin Wilson is laying Missouri minus 4.5, while also basically admitting he expects a slow start and recommending a first half under. That is the sports betting version of saying, this car might not start, but we're definitely taking it on a road trip. If you believe the quarterback situation and game script compress scoring early, you should be allergic to laying points with the team that just lost its starting quarterback and its easy field goals. So we take Virginia plus 4. Because catching 4 in a bowl game with roster volatility is like being offered a discount on math, and we always take discounts on math. To recap, Texans moneyline plus 110, Ravens Packers under 40.5, Virginia plus 4 minus 110. If you're going to be contrarian with receipts. The numbers don't care who's louder on TV.